Hey, congrats on joining Unlocking Chord Inversions. So with the course that you just grabbed, for real, you're gonna have everything that you need to elevate your chords so that they resonate with that timeless maturity that you love. But before you dive in, I've got something awesome for you. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to accelerate your guitar mastery and unlock the soul of folk guitar to get that hurts so good sound with a roadmap that guarantees that every essential technique is covered. Since you're here, I know that you don't want to be stuck at that monotonous plateau anymore. You're serious about becoming a true specialist in the folk style, not sounding like a generic acoustic player anymore, and really just making music that truly moves people. And that's why I want to invite you into something that's only available on this page right here, right now. It's the full folk guitar masterclass curriculum. Hey, you want to make your playing so captivating that you get a room full of grizzled lumberjacks crying in their beers? With the folk guitar masterclass, you're not only going to be able to break out of the beginner's box and play like your singer-songwriter heroes by mastering the 5 pillars of folk guitar, you're going to develop the confidence to perform, share, or even record your music like a seasoned folkie. So this is your chance to finally stop sounding like everybody else and become the folk player who everybody comes up to after they play all misty-eyed, telling you that you made them feel something that they can't quite put into words. This 5 pillars curriculum is packed with everything that you need to go from pretty good to absolutely unforgettable. And listen, if you were to take private lessons from me to learn each one of these techniques, it'd cost you well over $5 grand. And that doesn't even include the 100+ tablature video synchronized play-along exercises and the $600 in sick bonuses like the home recording jumpstart workshop, the Travis picking accelerator pack, the guitar prep course for folk mastery, the live coaching calls, the folk artist training recordings, and a bunch of other game-changing shit that you can read more about below. But right now on this page, because you've already invested in unlocking chord inversions, I want to give you an exclusive new student discount to get access to everything at a fraction of the price. Through thousands of private lessons, I've honed in on the stuff that moves the needle. These are the techniques that are used by legends like Dylan or Prine or Young. And these are the same techniques that blew up my Instagram page to 28,000 followers, helped me write songs that got over 1.5 million Spotify streams, earned my band awards at iconic folk festivals, giving me the chance to tour the US and Europe for over 10 years, and sharing the stage with some of my favorite artists like Beck, Deer Tick, Old Crow Medicine Show, and Graham Nash, just to name a few. So here are the 5 pillars of folk guitar, the exact techniques that you're going to master in the folk guitar masterclass. Pillar 1, expressive pick strumming. In this first pillar, we're going to take your strumming from this to this. You're going to get quick wins right from the start with deceptively simple but really often overlooked techniques. You could call them sneaky hacks that break you free from the lifeless robotic strumming that makes people want to check their phones after you've only been playing for like 30 seconds. And really how to create deeply emotional performances to get people saying the words that every musician wants to hear. One more song.
One more song! A short one! They said yes!
You'll master cornerstone techniques like low-high strumming or resonant and non-resonant muting, breaking you free from that undifferentiated wall of sound that makes even short songs drag, and instead it turns simple progressions into something that you're going to be stoked to film and share with your pals. You'll learn how to seamlessly weave bass and lead melodies into your rhythm guitar strumming, which adds a professional level of texture and character to your playing. By the end, your strumming isn't just going to be about keeping time. It's going to be about weaving a beautiful story, even if Wonderwall was the peak of your strumming repertoire for years. Pillar 2, folk ornamentations. This is where you learn how to dress up your songs and turn ordinary chords like this into some Gandalf level magic like this. Techniques like drones, hammer-ons, pull-offs, they give your chords movement and soul, transforming static block chord progressions into something alive and memorable. You're going to easily learn how to add more sophisticated concepts to your music, like building tension and resolution and using melodic anticipation to connect your chords. and it makes your guitar sing in ways that you probably didn't think were possible before. I mean, just imagine your music with the intricate detail and depth of artists like Paul Simon or James Taylor. With diatonic dyads, which is a term that sounds scary, but really it's actually straightforward. You're gonna learn how to create hooks within your rhythm guitar progressions that people are gonna still be air guitaring like days after you play. So by the end of this pillar, you're gonna know how to make your progressions sparkle with the techniques that impress listeners and make it seem like you've been playing forever, and really all while being surprisingly simple to master. Pillar 3, folk chord voicings. Here's where you unlock the full potential of the fretboard by learning simple yet beautifully different ways to play the same cowboy chords that you've been stuck on for years. You're going to start by mastering the concept of caged chord shapes tailored specifically for folk guitar players. None of that unnecessary virtuoso guitar shit. I've simplified this crucial theory to make it easy and practical for folk music, and students are calling it mind-blowing. These are the techniques that turn simple G, C, D progressions into something iconic. You'll learn simple, practical sliding shapes and go even deeper on inversions so you can escape the bottom 3 frets. Absolutely no bar chords needed. No more being stuck on the same tired chord shapes that keeps your repertoire stuck at the same 10 songs for years. Number 4, Travis picking. This is the heart and soul of the folk guitar sound. If you've ever tried finger picking and it just never sounded right, you're gonna love this pillar. My step-by-step process breaks it down so it finally makes sense. All you have to do is follow along. You're gonna start with the basics of fingerstyle. I've created simple patterns designed as a biohack to get your fingers moving effortlessly. From here, you're gonna master Travis picking in bite-sized steps so your playing flows with that driving sound of a one-person orchestra. The second half of this pillar is where the magic happens, layering lead melodies over chord progressions simultaneously. Might seem impossible from where you're at right now, but for real, anybody can learn this with the method that I've developed. I've used it successfully in over 1,000 private lessons. By the end, you're gonna be able to hush noisy rooms with that timeless fingerpicking style that sounds like 2 guitars in perfect harmony, just like you stepped off stage at Cafe Wah in the West Village, 1963. Pillar 5, expressive finger strumming. This is the pillar that surprises most students because it reveals techniques they never knew existed. Irresistible percussive grooves that make your playing truly stand out. I mean, imagine turning your strumming from this into something brimming with energy like this. That subtle yet powerful groove, it changes everything. You'll quickly master the essential hand mechanics for finger strumming, skills that really no one ever takes the time to teach, so that you can absorb the rest of the pillar with ease, even if you've never strummed with your fingers before. As you dive into the fun of all this pillar, you're gonna master a variety of strumming patterns and subtle percussive techniques that craft a sound that's so distinctive that it sets you apart at any open mic. This is the kind of stuff that earns you the ultimate musician's salute, the stank face. By the end, your strumming is going to have such an awesome groove that people are going to come up to you after you play to ask you how you got that killer sound. Listen, just make sure you're wearing your nicest plaid, because I promise you're going to end up on other people's Instagram stories. And because I know you're going to be stoked on how amazing your playing sounds, that you're going to want to share your music with the world, I'm including access to the Home Recording Jumpstart Workshop, where you're going to learn how to go from zero knowledge to recording high quality guitar and vocal tracks that are Spotify ready, all from home with affordable gear. I mean, and for real, this one workshop could save you thousands on unnecessary equipment. So each of the 50 plus modules in the masterclass includes multiple play-along examples that are presented through a badass video tablature synchronized format. It feels like you're sitting right next to me. It makes it impossible to get lost. And the best part is that I drew from my experience as a professional songwriter to craft play-along examples that are so addictive you're gonna wanna practice them over and over again, just so you can hear them again and again. Her words, not mine. You also get access to a private Facebook group for feedback and support, plus live weekly Q&A Zoom calls that are incredibly helpful for getting questions answered in real time. and connecting with fellow folk guitar nerds, all in a loose and supportive atmosphere. I created the Folk Guitar Masterclass for one reason really, and it's to help you break free from the frustration of feeling like you have so much untapped potential, but no clear roadmap to develop the skills to express it. In other words, to becoming a well-rounded, highly stylized singer-songwriter guitarist that is able to bring out those deep emotions that only folk music can. And look, I bought a ton of online courses, so I want you to know that there's no risk to this. This course and everything that I make, it comes with a guarantee. So if you're not completely stoked on the masterclass, then really I want you to get in touch and I'll give you a full refund. So at this point, you got a choice to make. You can either rock those beautiful chord inversions, but then spend forever lost in a black hole of random YouTube tutorials, trying to conquer the rest of the 5 folk pillars, or you can save months, even years really, and enroll in the Folk Guitar Masterclass. And again, with my guarantee, there's literally no risk to starting today. The only risk really is missing this one-time opportunity to get such an insane discount, because once you leave the page, you're not going to see the price again. So if you're ready to elevate every aspect of your playing, if you're ready to make music that moves people the way that your favorite folk artists have moved you, then click the link below to get instant access to the Folk Guitar Masterclass, the internet's most comprehensive step-by-step system to master the techniques that matter most and the fastest way to get you that timeless, nostalgic folk sound that you love.